There's a way to trade PolyMarket that feels illegal because it's that unfair. But it's 100% public, 100% repeatable, and almost nobody is doing it correctly. Most people scroll trending markets, throw money at what looks right, and hope. That's not a strategy. What I'm about to show you is the exact setup that lets you structure trades that can scale toward $1,000 a day, using volume filters, probability distortion, and one AI validation step that changes everything. This genuinely feels like early crypto again. It feels like one of those moments where the opportunity is obvious in hindsight, but almost nobody sees it while it's happening. If you're brand new, take a breath. PolyMarket is not complicated. The mechanics are simple. You are buying either a yes share or a no share. That's it. There's a question like, will X happen by Y date? If you think it happens, you buy yes. If you think it doesn't, you buy no. The price you pay is the market's probability. So if yes is trading at 35 cents, the market thinks there's a 35% chance it happens. If no is trading at 65 cents, that's a 65% chance it doesn't. And when the market resolves, the winning side pays $1 per share, the losing side gets 0. So if you buy 100 yes shares at 8 cents and you're right, $8 turns into 100. That's a 12.5x. Simple. Two platforms matter right now: PolyMarket and Kalshi. Kalshi has fees and lower volume. PolyMarket has no trading fees and way more liquidity. Same market might have 2 million volume on Kalshi and 40+ million on PolyMarket. So right now, PolyMarket is where the real opportunity is. Now this is where things start to separate people. Most people who touch PolyMarket lose money. Not some, most. And it's not because they're dumb, it's because they're guessing, they're reacting, they're hoping. They're treating this like gambling instead of trading probabilities. The first massive mistake people make is sports markets. I'm just gonna say it. Sports on PolyMarket is a donation. You are not smarter than Vegas. Those lines are insanely efficient. There is no edge there for retail traders. You're just picking teams and praying. The second mistake is mentions markets. Stuff like, what word will someone say in a speech? It's fun, sure, but it's a lottery ticket. There's no real analysis, no repeatable edge. And this brings us to the most important word in this entire video: edge. If you do not have an edge, you are flipping coins. Over time, you lose. Period. So let's slow down and actually talk about what edge means, because most people use this word without understanding it. Edge means you are consistently making bets where the probability implied by the market is wrong in your favor. That's it. You are not trying to predict the future. You are not trying to be right. You are trying to buy mispriced probability. And that distinction is everything. Once that clicks, PolyMarket stops feeling random and starts feeling mechanical. There are only a few real edges on PolyMarket. The first is speed. You catch breaking news before the market reprices. If you're early, you win. If you're late, you're exit liquidity. The second edge is mispriced markets. This is my main strategy. This is when the market price does not reflect reality. Maybe people panic. Maybe they overreact to a headline. Maybe the market just hasn't caught up yet, but the price is wrong. And when the price is wrong, that is literally where money comes from. The third edge is arbitrage. It's rare, but sometimes yes and no add up to less than $1. If that happens, you lock in guaranteed profit. It's boring, it's mechanical, but it works.
Now, my favorite strategy, and this sounds dumb until you've been here long enough, is what I call nothing ever happens.
Markets massively overprice chaos. People love drama. They love catastrophic outcomes. Headlines drop, Twitter explodes, people panic, prices spike, and then nothing happens. Over and over again. Once you've been here long enough, you start to see the same pattern repeat. Human psychology does not change. People overweight dramatic outcomes and underweight boring reality. And that gap is where money is made. Let me explain mispricing in a way that really drives this home. Imagine a market asking whether a company will have a major outage by end of year. Historically, that company has had 13 incidents this year. That's about 0.037 incidents per day. There are 17 days left. That implies roughly a 60+% chance of another incident. But the market is trading at 11%. That's not a little off. That's massively wrong. And when you see something like that, you don't need certainty. You don't need inside info. You buy yes because the math is on your side. And if you do that consistently across many markets, the law of large numbers works for you. Now here's where almost everyone still messes up. Risk management. You can understand everything I've said so far and still blow up your account if your risk management is bad. Never go all in, ever. I don't care how confident you are. Position sizing is everything. Smaller positions, more diversification. You don't need home runs, you need to stay alive. And never revenge trade. This is huge. You will have losing days. When that happens, walk away. Revenge trading is how a bad day becomes a blown account. Now let's talk about the real enemy that nobody warns you about. Information overload. When you start trading these markets, you are flooded with noise. Headlines, tweets, hot takes. Everyone screaming, buy, sell, it's happening, it's over. Most of it is noise. Most headlines do not matter. Most panic is fake. But when you're new, you don't know that yet. You react to everything. You chase, you FOMO, you panic sell, and you lose money. The real edge is not just knowing what to trade, it's knowing what to ignore. This is where my entire process changed. Instead of trying to manually research everything and still being unsure, I flipped the workflow. I start with the actual PolyMarket bet. I find a market that looks controversial or heavily debated. I take a screenshot of the bet. Then I go to POLYSIGHT.app, sign up. It's $1 right now, but that offer is only available until the end of today. And I go straight to the AI analyzer. I upload the screenshot. Then I let it work. The AI scans everything. News, official sources, Twitter, sentiment, real-time data. Every corner of the internet I would never be able to check fast enough myself. And it gives me a clear answer. Not vibes, not opinions, data. It tells me what's actually most likely based on everything available right now. I take that answer, go back to PolyMarket, and enter the bet.
Now here's the important part. After that, nothing else changes. Same position sizing, same discipline, same exits. PolySight doesn't replace risk management. It replaces uncertainty. And once uncertainty is gone, trading becomes boring. And boring is profitable. Let me walk through real trades so you see how this plays out in reality. Israel strikes Iran by January 31st, 2026. I took no. Headlines were insane. Market panicking. I entered at 66 cents. It's trading at 96 now. About $4,500 in profit, and it hasn't even resolved. Another one. U.S. forces enter Venezuela by January 31st, 2026. No again. Entered at 67. Trading at 99. About $1,500 in profit. Same logic. Chaos overpriced. Nothing happens. And I want to say this slowly because this matters. These are not genius plays. This is not me being smarter than everyone else. This is just applying the same process over and over. Find a market, remove emotion, let data lead, execute, repeat. Over time, the math works. This is not exciting, it's not sexy, but it's real. This isn't magic. You still need discipline. You still need patience. But once you stop reacting emotionally and start thinking in probabilities, PolyMarket becomes predictable in the only way that matters. Probabilities correcting over time. If this made sense to you and you want to trade prediction markets without guessing, check out PolySight. And if you want more deep dives like this, specific markets, full breakdowns, real trades, let me know in the comments. I'll make them. I'll see you in the next one.